Many of us get the surface level challenges with pornography, right?
Hmm.
Like an unseen chain for so many people.
Yeah, it's more than just a habit. The source material immediately points to, well, a pretty profound neurological grip.
And these ripple effects that maybe aren't so obvious. So for you listening, our goal here is to cut through that noise.
Right, to reveal what this struggle really looks like and maybe illuminate a path forward, a roadmap to freedom.
You mentioned neurological. The
Mm.
sources get specific about how it actually rewires the brain, dopamine pathways.
Exactly. It directly impacts those circuits, the ones that handle pleasure and reward. It's not just about willpower at that point.
Okay, so our sources use this term superstimulus. That sounds significant.
It is.
Why frame it like that? Some even suggest it's in some ways worse than drug addiction. Is that just the access?
Well, the access is huge, isn't it? It's literally just a click away. That creates this constant, easy trigger.
Right.
But it's also, deeper. Unlike some addictions, there isn't always that immediate physical consequence, that withdrawal. So it can kind of quietly hijack the reward system, demanding more and more stimulation because it's private, instant, constantly reinforced.
So this intense superstimulus, it basically warps how you see things, creates a distorted lens.
Precisely. It builds up what the sources call a myth of normal.
A myth of normal, meaning?
Meaning your brain starts seeing these extreme artificial online scenarios as like the baseline for intimacy.
Ah, okay. And that leads to, what was it? An emotional flatline.
Yeah. Real connection, real nuance in relationships starts to feel, well, dull, boring even compared to those artificial highs.
And this isn't just happening in a vacuum, right? It impacts others, partners, kids.
Oh, absolutely. That's a crucial point in the sources. For partners, it can cause real relational trauma.
Like Sarah's story mentioned in the material, feeling like trust was just gone.
Exactly that. Questioning everything, feeling fundamentally not enough. It's incredibly painful.
And for children, even if they don't know the specifics, these unseen scars.
They pick up on the emotional unavailability. They might learn that connection is unreliable or that difficult things should be hidden. It shapes their own future relationships, often without anyone realizing the root cause.
The sources talk about this digital hydra. Makes it sound like an impossible fight.
It can feel that way. The anonymity of the internet is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
And that constant availability, just a click away reality.
Yeah.
It shrinks the window to pause, to choose differently. The perceived stakes feel low in the moment.
So, okay, we've laid out the challenge. It's neurological, it's relational. Where's the hope? What's the path forward for someone stuck in this?
That's the critical part. And the sources are clear. This isn't meant to be a solo fight. Not at all.
Okay.
Freedom starts with seeing it as a daily struggle, embracing the power of no, and actively rewriting your script.
Rewriting your script, like with practical things, the why wall concept.
Yeah, exactly. Having those powerful personal reasons right there in front of you, a tangible anchor.
And beyond the internal work, the sources push hard on external anchors too, right?
Definitely. Things like accountability to God, mentioned as a really profound source of strength, and then courageously asking for help, inviting friends and family in. Like Mark in the source material, finding strength by opening up to his brother.
That takes courage.
It does. And remembering you're not alone. Professional guidance is vital too, offering expert tools, especially if other issues are tangled up in it.
And what about using the digital world for good? Can tech actually help here?
Absolutely. There are tools, think porn blockers, they create friction, slow things down.
Right. Interrupts the instant access.
Exactly. Accountability software that can let a trusted friend or partner know if you access problem sites, builds those guardrails.
Okay.
Even things like AI journaling prompts or mindfulness apps. They can support that internal change. And sometimes just a simple physical contract with yourself, a written promise.
So it sounds like the mindset is key. Manage, not eradicate. The temptation might linger, but you can be free from its control.
Precisely. And relapse is not failure. That's so important.
It's a detour, a chance to learn.
Exactly. Learn, recalibrate, and go again with renewed determination. Embrace progress, not perfection. Focus on building the new life, not just running from the old one.
Because the rewards are, well, immense, according to the sources. Authentic connection, self-respect, peace, integrity.
A life that's genuinely rich. So rich that the old distorted lens just loses its appeal, it fades.
It really comes down to understanding the depth of it, like we've discussed, and then taking those courageous steps.
Rewriting your own reality, one choice at a time.
So the question for you listening is, what small intentional step will you take towards that freedom today?
And please remember, the opinions expressed here are just for informational purposes.
That's right. They are definitely not a substitute for professional medical advice or treatment.